Souls-like from software games, 2009 to 2022 tier list maker. If you want my honest opinion, and I know y'all want it, Souls-like games from software games, top 3 genre of gaming for sure.
But, wait, why is it not in the middle? Look great. Is ass. How do I, is ass. Looks great is, why did it do that? Why did it do that?
Looks great is ass. Okay. Let me stop saying I keep yelling that.
Looks great, his ass. Looks great, his ass.
Looks great, his ass. Starting off number 1, Dark Souls Remastered. So this is the first one, especially the remaster version. Everywhere above A tier for sure. I mean, A tier and above. It's A tier and above. It's not as exciting or daunting or how do I put this, like extraordinary as some other Dark Souls, right? So it doesn't have like an S tier quality, if that makes sense. It didn't have enough, you know what I'm saying? It was a really good game though, you know? It was a really good fucking From Software game, but it has nothing to put it above A tier. Now I know y'all wondering, why did I make a S tier, and then why did I make a looks great but is ass tier? Because Bloodborne looks great but it's butt. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of, you know, edits in you know, edgelords and dark guys that just really love being the hunter, you know, he's the boss or whatever. I get it, bro. But at the same time, the mechanics of Bloodborne is just like groggy. Like, it's not good in comparison to some of these other From Software games. Like, it's pretty bad. I did not like the mechanics to Bloodborne, and that might be because I just had to farm and get good, but the game didn't feel inviting enough for me to want to farm and get good. But I will admit that Bloodborne looks amazing. The most gothic fucking game I've ever seen. It's true to that aesthetic. It's really good and how it looks. Dark Souls, bro. Above Dark Souls, the first Dark Souls for sure. Above the first Dark Souls for sure. Dark Souls 3 is definitely an A tier though. I platinum Dark Souls 3. In the Nameless King side boss, dude, during this time, I didn't understand what it meant to get stronger in Dark Souls by steady fucking grinding and cheesing and all that shit. So I was fighting the Nameless King with like my bare bones, you know what I'm saying? I was the average fucking Joe. I was Jin Woo when he just got the system, fighting fucking Igris. Dark Souls 2. This is one of the Dark Souls that slid under my radar. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I did not play this one. I didn't play this one. That being said, it kind of just looks like one. To be real, like, it kind of just looked like one. Demon Souls. This is the complete definition of a gentrified game, bro. This is fucking From Software gentrifying, bro. It's so mid. Imagine if they were just like, here's a Dark Souls game, and that's Demon Souls. It's just a Dark Souls game. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing more to it. It's not innovative. It's not groundbreaking. It's not extraordinary. The bosses are way too easy. Elden Ring. Our first S tier, bro. There's so many reasons why Elden Ring is an S tier game in general. Everything about the game is S tier. The way it looks, the game mechanics, the sound production. First screen you get on when you log into the game. I could literally sit there for like an hour straight just listening to the music play over and over again. Like, those scores are fucking amazing, bro. The combat system is a little butt. That'll be the only thing I say is really fucked up with Elden Ring. I wish they did better. They should have just made a system where you could just press quick match and you can literally just enter 1v1s or 3v3s or whatever. But instead, they always like to do that finger shit. Pause. I didn't like waiting 20 minutes for someone to choose to, you know, accept my invasion or my attacks or whatever. And then, like, I get fucking cheesed by these magic moves that they can spam out that auto track me in 7 seconds, and then have to wait another 30 minutes to get into another match. I know that's not what Elden Ring really for. It's not really for the PvP, but that's the only thing I could say that was trash with the game. Everything else was just spick and span perfect. Give it a round of applause, y'all. Give it a round of applause, y'all. Final one on the list. Can y'all guess what it's gonna be? Hold on, let's do a drum roll. Our first Sekiro tier, y'all. Clap it up, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Our first Sekiro tier, man. Nice. Nice. Need I say more, man? Possibly the best game ever made. Don't know what they were doing, what they were in their bag. They might have been all smoking crack. You know how in One Punch Man, the first season, it was just this amalgamation of different people from different studios, and they all joined Bones or Madhouse, whatever one it is. And they just created something that they even claimed that they could never make again because it was just that fucking perfect. That's why Sekiro's in its own tier, above SSS tier. Yeah, man, nothing's in SSS, bro. It's Sekiro, bro. Sekiro. When have you ever played a game that has forced you to fully immersify yourself in the combat system? You haven't. Sekiro has the best combat system Sekiro has the best combat system I've ever seen. Perfect, just all around perfect game, dude. And honestly, this might be a stretch because, you know, Elden Ring is really good. Elden Ring is really good. This is insinuating that, you know, Elden Ring can't touch Sekiro. I'm not saying that. Sekiro is just in its own league, and also Platinum did. So I love it. And it has the hardest fights in games. How y'all feel, man? Love this shit, y'all. I love this shit. I breathe. That's what I live for, bro. I live to make these good tier lists. Sekiro in his own tier. Only here can y'all get this, man. Only here.